Good morning. You'll be able to watch the 2020 Remembrance Day service at the War Memorial here in Central Park, live on our live stream via Facebook. It's one of the many changes we've made this year as a result of keeping everybody safe from coronavirus. Hopefully in the future we'll get our services back to normal and we'll all be able to gather again to celebrate it as usual. Now I know that Remembrance Day is hugely important to people in Dartford, and for a whole range of personal reasons it's very important to me too. My mum served in the WAF in the last days of the war, and she told me about the extraordinary privations, difficulties and the sense of purpose that people had at that point, and how much they cared for each other and the community came together for a common purpose. And of course there's an element of that going on today. My mum actually died very early in the morning on Remembrance Day in 2007, and the day before, when she knew she was gravely ill, she told me and made me promise that I should come here the following day to lay a wreath and go ahead as usual. And so as a dutiful son, I duly did exactly what she told me to do. It was a very moving service then. Of course, every family have got exactly those kind of stories, and I know how important it is. So as the service goes on today, I'm thinking of you, and I know you're thinking of all the people that matter to you. Those who gave their lives, the distant relatives, those who maybe still be serving in armed services across the world. Because of course this War Memorial isn't just about one war, it's about all conflicts and about all services. In the last couple of years or so we've been looking at things like the anniversary of the First World War, and of course this year, although in very different circumstances under COVID, we have been commemorating VE Day and VJ Day. I have a very keen interest in military history, and I try and collect bits and pieces, and one of my proudest possessions is this. It's a trench whistle from the First World War dated 1916, and I find it very comforting to know that there's a link here between the people of today and those in the past who gave so much. I've even had the great privilege to visit some battlefields in northern France and Belgium, and on one occasion I took some flowers just from 100 yards away from here, from Central Park, and I was able to lay them on the grave of a lad from East Dartford who died in the First World War. It was an incredibly moving moment and a great connection for me, and that evening I was able to lay a wreath at the Menin Gate. Again, another great privilege for me. I know of course that there are people out there who will have relatives who are still serving, and I know we're all thinking of you at this time, and also want to thank them for their amazing service. Around the town we've done an awful lot to commemorate those who've served for us, and I'm very pleased to say we have a very active group of veterans, and it's been my privilege to get to know them over the years. They've been here at official events like this, but I've also been able to join them with a whole range of other events, their social events, the way that they work as comrades to keep each other and support each other. I've even been on a coach trip with them to the National Arboretum Memorial, an amazing day. And it was absolutely clear there how much they still care, still think, and still want to celebrate and commemorate their colleagues. That's what today is all about really, and wherever you are and wherever you're watching this, I hope that watching the service in some way will bring you some comfort and connect you with that act of remembrance. Things will get back together again. We will have a community that's able to live, to love, and to go to the places we all want to go to. It will get back there. At the moment we're suffering some privations, we're suffering some sacrifices, and we're finding our life turned upside down in a way that we wouldn't have thought possible a year ago. But I do hope that services like today bring a little bit of comfort, that normality is on the way, and that we can celebrate and commemorate the huge sacrifices and the amazing dedication of people who are protecting us and winning our freedom today, just as they did yesterday. Thank you very much.